The following podcast has been rated R. You've been warned. Welcome to the greatest DC Legends podcast in human history. Well, okay, maybe not, but stick around anyway because we're about to have some fun. You know me, I'm the AB. And along with the All-Stars, we'll talk DCL, superheroes, comic book lore, and everything else in between. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Atlantis After Dark. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. We know you have a choice in DCL podcasts, and we thank you for choosing us. By the way, M4, congratulations on winning back-to-back sieges. If you haven't seen his congratulatory video by now, I don't know where you are in life. I'll tell you what, I'm going to skip a lot of the other ballyhoo. I'm ready to go today, and you are too. So I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's meet today's All-Stars. First up, in the bullpen. When it comes to sex, he says he can last longer than a white crayon, but his wife calls him Balloon Boy because one prick and it's all over. It's Biffed by Adam West. What's going on, dude?
What's up? How we doing on this wonderful end of Raid Sunday?
We're doing fantastic. We're doing fantastic. Thanks for being on the show today with us. Next up, he is the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. His wife tells me he vacuums the same way he has sex. He puts it in, makes noise for 3 minutes, then collapses in a heap of exhaustion. It's Retmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh, same old, same old. Just glad to be here. Hey, at least it's 3 minutes.
That's a world land speed record for you, isn't it? All right. Welcome to the show, and thanks for being on with us, pal.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, what about this guy? Ladies, do you need a stud in your life? Because he has the STD, and all he needs is you. Let me get a hoot hoot for Mr. Episode 400 himself, Hatemael. What's up, buddy?
Doing all right. I'm quite lucky. In my heyday, I did not catch any of that stuff, but...
You didn't have to go and get a swab?
No, surprisingly no.
Wait, what? You didn't catch the STDs or the girls?
Uh,
That wasn't clear.
Yeah.
I wasn't clear on that.
you got
I
me.
should shut up. I wasn't introduced yet.
That was awesome.
I'm not going to answer that one.
I used to go to my mailbox every Father's Day and open it very slowly and just pray there were no colored envelopes.
You dog.
Oh, man.
I'm hoping to catch an STD from that Marilyn Monroe I spotted the other day.
Oh, boy. She's a hot one, right?
Damn.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, pal. Last but not least, from the hidden Isle of Themyscira. The other day, she was shopping for a new dildo. She found one that read 9 inches long and realistic. She thought to herself, well, which one is it? It's Witty Amazon. What's happening out there on Paradise Island?
Well, at least it lasted more than Redmus, so
Oh,
I'm happy with it.
Snap.
See? You stopped laughing.
She's got the razor tongue today.
I know. She's on it. I like it. Welcome to the show, Witty.
I'm trying to put out the flames there, Witty. That's why I quit laughing.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
believe you.
Welcome.
I'll pretend I'll believe you.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
By the
shit.
way, conspicuous by his absence today, Black Flash, he's out running around town today in the mean streets of Detroit. We wish him well. Mostly because he's a putz and didn't show up today.
I hope he makes
Joey?
it back.
What was that, Hatemael?
I said I hope he makes it back. Mean Streets of Detroit.
Well, I don't know. Last time he had somebody fixing a car in his yard. I don't know what's going on out there with him.
I don't think the parking lot counts as a yard, but
Next to his refrigerator box. Right. All right. By the way, do you guys know why Santa has such a big sack? Because he only comes once a year. The good news is that the Atlantis After Dark merch store is always stocked and ready to take your order. And holy cow, is it ever easy. Just head over to atlantisafterdark.com and visit our shop. Get a jump start on your holiday shopping. Put a bug in someone's ear about how you've been wanting a super cool Biff shirt. By the way, his design is now the second best seller, right behind the original logo and Hatemael. So if you want a Biff design, you may want to act fast before they run all the way out. What do you think about that, Biff?
I wonder if there's been more than 3 sold, because I may have been dominating, taking the inventory there.
Wow. So there you heard it first. Get in there on the ground floor now before Biff beats you out. All right? That's all I got to say. Anyways, you never know when I'm going to announce another huge sale over there. We are coming up to December. We have brand new items just for this month only. Double AD Santa hats, fireplace stockings, and reusable gift bags. They're perfect for stuffing a teddy bear into. What a perfect gift for the DC Legends player in your life. Get over to atlantisafterdark.com and get yours today. All right. Time for some DCL. Raids. What a bunch of poop, the raids. How do we feel about raids this time around, guys? What do you say? Biff, what do you think about the raids this go around, pal?
Oh, I'm so disappointed right now. I just stole one of my alliance mates' MVPs because I wasn't paying attention. I was listening to all of us. And this Kyle and Lois combo is pretty lethal. I had it on 2 energy 3 times, and I still just put up over 120 and took someone's MVP. So, Mercy,
Wow.
I'm real sorry. But no, raids have been fairly easy. I think I finished an hour after reset last night, so
Wow.
haven't been too bad.
Go you. You get your weekend. You really get your weekend back.
Yeah.
Golly. How about you, Whitty? How's the raid been treating you this time around?
The same as Biff. I think he finished, 30 minutes or so before me. I always save a few mil just to farm the gear and everything. But I was done last night. So today I was just testing out some Kyle comps for, for science purposes. But other than that, I've been done with raids since yesterday.
Biff, you're finishing before Whitty again.
Yeah.
God.
I finished pretty quick.
That's Retmus's gig. Oh my
Hey, I
God.
lasted longer than both of you, so
3 minutes. 3
By
minutes,
the way,
baby.
I was just communicating with Mercy, the person I stole the MVP from, and he said he was playing with his daughter and used the wrong team. It's quite all right. She's 5 and she already hates raids.
Smart kid.
So I don't feel as bad, but
So, Retmus, I'm going to dial it over to you really quick. When it comes to raids, who did you see as being the MVPs this go around? Did you think the 5 times were worth it or not?
well, not necessarily, no. I mean, I actually liked using Connor for against the last day boss.
Yeah.
Because I would throw Kyle Rayner up there and it'd make him attack 4 times. So I mean, he was pretty cool. I mean, against of course the Blues. Pretty much all the bosses, I just set one character for each one. Pretty much it was like Spectre for the greens and Doomsday for the reds and then Connor for the blues. I just went through the cycle like that. Up there's one click, done, next. I mean, it was probably, I really think this was probably the easiest raids because I didn't even start until the third day putting up my points, and I finished at the end of the day.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was like the quickest and easiest that I did. I just saved all my energy from where I bought all the packs and didn't even start spending them till the third day. And so I had like all the days off except one day. Of course, you know, the first day I put up, you know, our alliance points and a little bit on the second day as well. But, I mean, I'm talking like solo stuff.
Sure.
Don't they put you in tiers if you don't do the first 2 days? Isn't it harder to spawn the 90s and the bosses on day 3? I was always told that I needed to stay like in the realm of top 500.
You have to waste an hour.
Right.
Because I never play in day 1 or day 2 either. So my first hour of rollover is me getting through. But the positive is if you can either tag a few people's alliance bosses or if you find some poor soul that you can steal it from, you can bounce way ahead and then just not worry about it as much.
Okay, but it does reset. Like, it's not like if you just start killing it day 3, at the beginning of day 3, you're probably getting shitty bosses. But
you're still getting level 1s. It just, you know, you got to just get through them. So if I have time, I try to get to where you have like 10 million and then you'll start spawning the proper ones. But
I usually try to get to 20 million and stay near the top 500 for days 1 and 2, like total. And then I've always been in good shape. I know Whitty knows this because she mentioned it on the server, but I went like the first hour and a half after reset on day 3 without getting a level 90 boss, and I was really worried that I hadn't clicked the box enough to get into the top tier. But then all of a sudden they started pouring in and everything was fine.
Yeah, well, lucky for you. 95% of my bosses were level 68. That's messed up. Even level 90s are getting scarce. I don't know what's happened. They give us easier tunes to get through the raid, but the bosses are becoming lower and lower levels, at least for me.
No, for
I've
me
not
too.
seen that. It seems same old, normal.
At one point, I shared the screen with Biff. At one point, I only had level 68 bosses.
Yeah,
Then
I saw that.
legendary, then back to level 68. I'm like, where are the 90 bosses?
Hey,
You know?
hey, Whitty, I went and bought a pack of energy, and I went through the whole entire thing, and almost all of mine were 51. And this is after I was in the top 100. They just kept giving me level 51 bosses. Then all of a sudden, they would give me a 150 mil boss, but all the rest were 51s. And I'm just like, what in the world's going on?
What Lois does to those poor 51 bosses.
Oh, well,
Kills them.
that was the thing I wanted to talk about on this. Is as an alliance, we were, as you may if you paid attention to the scores at all, you saw that we were only like 150 million ahead of number 2, which normally, I think we go into day 3 usually like 400 or 500 million at this point. But I think it was mainly because nobody in our alliance, to my shock and amazement, realized the Kyle Lois combo until like middle of day 3, because we just, I don't know, I was using Doomsday, I was using Spectre mainly for everything when I was lazy, and then I was using, like Retmus was saying, just using Spectre, Doomsday, or Connor against the 3 different bosses, and then somebody noticed the Kyle Superwoman combo, and then now I just run that against literally everything, and it seems to be faster than even solo Doomsday or solo Connor.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just running that, and it will.
The call assists are crazy.
Yeah, and the 150 boss, you can clear them in 1 turn, and neither one of mine are rebirth; they're just L5s. So
That's crazy. I've never heard of being able to turn an entire solo boss by yourself like that. A 150.
Oh.
yeah, 150. You'll do it with usually 4 or 5 seconds left.
Golly.
I was doing it with 25 seconds left earlier today, all 300, or one person would chime in with like 20,000 in damage, and I'd be like 299 million,
Yeah.
980,000. But I think I had 5 this morning just because I was farming blue materials. I had 5 big bosses that I 300 did the whole thing. I have RB4 Lois and L4 Kyle.
I actually just, because I'm farming bosses as we speak, I actually just had a boss that nobody touched, and I got the full 300 million before it expired.
God dang. Where's Twin City Legend when you need him? Oh, ixnay on that. So I think the bottom line here is that this raid has really been easy. It's been the easiest raid. I think maybe this is part of their 5-year anniversary gift to us. Who knows?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from this is that I would have never really thought about Kyle being an S tier raid character.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think he's going to be a staple. I mean, against the blue boss, the 150s, I don't, because his times 3 bonus, it doesn't. I mean, that's not why you bring him. He doesn't really do anything except for the call assists. That's what you're bringing him for.
I agree, but I worry about something, is survivability. I've been testing him for the past 2 hours, and he died on me 3 times already, and he's been on life support for 2 or 3 matches. If I put him in the leadership spot, he almost gets nuked, and Brainiac isn't even a boss who does that much damage. You know, he kind of worries me.
Is yours L5?
Kyle? No, just L4.
Oh, because I've never had mine even come close, like not even take any damage, because he gets those awareness.
Died from a blue Brainiac, the level 150 boss. So I wonder if the last legendary boss was a red one, he'd be smoked. You know, there's a good chance he'll die turn 1.
Yeah, that's been my concern as well, and people are getting on me online because I'm kind of trying to, say hold your horses here on him being essential. By the way, I'm not against him possibly being there. He might very well, because as I just said, I was clearing 150 bosses with 300 million with 25 seconds left, with my RB4 Lois and him. So, but what I do worry about, when I had Hatemael, I had no problem. I didn't lose him anytime, and mine's L4 as well. I haven't lost him yet, but then I went down to 2 energy, like a 3 time, because I wanted to see what it would be like if he was maybe just a regular 1 time, and lost him a couple times that way. So since Brainiac is the most wet noodle of wet noodle bosses, what I worry about, why I tell people to just hold on, let's see him at 1 time against a real damage dealing boss, because if the boss just leads off and just hammers him, I don't see him as being colorblind, like what he just said, like a lot of our essential tunes, because I do see a big red boss that does damage just wiping him out before he can even get, Lois going.
Yeah. Because he needs to get out of turn 1, because once he gets his awareness, he's fine. But
and there's one more thing. I think he's got great synergy with Lois, obviously, but with the other ones, he doesn't have it that much. I mean, yesterday I was trying him out. Spectre solo was doing better than Kyle plus Spectre, at least for me.
Me too.
So
yeah.
Lois ramps faster. He's a good combo with her, so I wouldn't say he's an essential tune. He's a bonus. When you have a nice 5x like Doomsday or Connor, he's a bonus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it essential. And I still want to try him out without the multipliers and against other raid bosses, to be sure.
I think
if he survives, okay, if we confirm he survives at as a 1-time character, he will be an essential character.
Yeah,
if he can survive.
Him and Lois will be your answer to the 150s if they're blue every time.
Yep.
If he can survive.
If he can survive. And that's the only if. So everyone getting on me in Discord, me just saying hold your horses. I'm not poo-pooing him. I'm just saying let's see him at 1 time and let's see him last, because at the end of a 150 boss, my Lois is hitting for double attacking for like 17 million, 21 million, like just insane amounts.
Yeah, I've never seen hits take that much damage ever on a raid boss. It's incredible.
RB4 Lois. I'm sure there's some people out there with RB5, but she hits at the beginning before even ramping. She's hitting for 2.5.
That was Hatemael's Q. Does he
Yep.
have an RB5 Lois?
No, I don't have her rebirth at all.
Shame on you.
Yeah, Bullseye has her RB5. It's funny because Bullsey's the Ocean. His rebirth strategy is raid tunes. So he does Lois. He's got Hippo. And I have to say, doing Lois seems like a good investment because you think about
Smart
how much
dude.
time you spend. I mean, I know like M4 does it in Siege because that's his thing. But and a lot of times I pick characters that I like or I think will be fun in PvP or whatever. But doing Lois and maybe Hippo and a few of the other most commonly used raid tunes that you use every single month seems like a really good investment because you spend so much time in raids.
That's the way I look at it. I do characters I like, that I like playing with. I'm about to go RB4 Black Manta because I love what he does to Aquaman Barda teams. And he's one of my favorite comic characters. So although he's a little underpowered for the game right now as far as the meta, he has a use, so I'm doing him. But the other thing is what I call my Lois and Darkseid rebirths, which I've been working on bringing both of them to RB4, is those are raid quality of life rebirths. Just like Hatemael just said, it just makes my weekend easier. So I'm all for that investment.
I think Lois is going to be the one I may consider. I did Darkseid. I find I'm not using him as much in raids as we used to.
Neither am I.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He's still a great character, so I
Yes.
don't have any regrets of doing him at all. But you're speaking of Black Manta, me and Zubaz just recorded the Crab Shack because Burger didn't do this month.
The crab
But
shack.
yeah, so he
Is that the STD reference?
Oh,
it's a little. I mean,
Crabs Shack.
Zubaz is in New Orleans, so very very common there, but we were talking about Black Manta and how he may make a bit of a comeback at least this month with all the men's going everywhere. So
It's anytime I see he's RB1 right now, but I have RB4 shards, so he's getting my next 3 after I have finished one more thing. But the Barda Aquaman teams, it's absolutely hysterical. It's just they kill themselves.
Oh, and Tulia is going to make it even. Tula.
Yeah.
Is going to make it even worse.
Oh yeah, no. But Black Manta, and that's another reason why if I can get him to RB4, he actually has some survivability now, and I think he can be. This is like we talk about. Like, are these S tier tunes at L5 or these S tier? Do we make them S tier by having them RB4, RB5? And this is one of those ones where my RB4 Manta will be dominant, but nowhere.
Definitely.
But everyone's normal L4, L5 one, still can be crushed pretty quickly.
right. So I guess the bottom line is watch this space because you never know. We may have a new raid-worthy tune.
Yes.
So
I would like to add something to that, to Kyle. For those who are still on the line of gearing him up or not, even if he's not fully geared, you only need to ring up his 4th ability, and he can still, ramp up and do call all of the assists. So it doesn't have to be fully ringed
really,
or fully geared. I've tested this yesterday. At gear 10, only his 4th ability ringed out. He was surviving and calling an assist, so you don't have to waste too much resources on him.
okay, I see. So that's the crossover, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 4th, what he's spot on. The 4th is the one where you need it completely ringed, so it's 100%
I haven't
to
wasted
call
any more
assist.
rings on him.
Yep,
So,
because he's not there for damage. He's there for the call assist, and the 4th
Exactly.
the 4th passive is what does the call assist. So,
he's a cheap solution.
Yeah, we'll
and I think
see
Woody
how-
makes a really good point, because that's what I was saying to people last night on Discord. Is like, we're not going to get on a podcast and say he's the greatest thing ever and have
Yeah.
people go out and spend resources on him until we see him at one time.
Right,
Exactly.
because that's what'll happen. They'll
Yeah.
come back at us and be like, "Hey, you told us to get him."
I mean,
didn't
No,
tell you to
I
do it.
tested him out properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly scientific research.
And by the way, I do think he's going to be elite. Okay, just to let everyone know. So I'm not being Debbie Downer here on Kyle.
Well, no.
But I want to see him survive a boss that actually hits, because we know Brainiac is the weakest of the raid bosses, and that's the only 150 we've seen this guy take on.
Right. Yeah. Put in the man hours. Do the research.
Well, we'll see the month after next, because
Yeah.
blissfully next month we get raids off.
Oh, I know.
By the way, I
know.
just did it again. I just took another one from Mercy because I was yapping.
Looks like
God
it again.
fucking A. And by the way, I was on 3 times. I didn't even do 5 times. I'm on 3 times.
Why don't you tell Mercy to step it up?
Yeah, I gotta stop playing. No, I'm just gonna stop playing.
Stop
now.
being a twat.
I mean,
Yeah, I am.
I mean, if
full twat.
Jesus.
What is he running? I mean, if you're not using Kyle Lois, you should never have anything stolen. So I kind of put that on that person.
Well,
So it's his fault that Biff stole. Nah, never mind. All right, I'm just trying to work through the logic on that.
I mean, just finish your boss.
Well, here's
your
something.
tins.
Here's something that I don't understand the logic on. Last week, Nightwing was great. This week, not so great. You might even say he's now a limp dick. Why is that? Why? Did he run out of Viagra?
They fixed him.
Oh, they didn't fix him. They broke him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's slightly better for a couple characters.
Right.
But overall, he's not as good. I took him RB5, so I'm rather disappointed. But
I would be too.
I mean, he went from S tier to kind of being an A tier character now.
Sure.
But so he's not bad. It's not like it was a complete waste of resources, but it is a little disappointing.
It is. It is. I mean, I was looking forward to it because he was what I considered your meta buster. And on the other side of the raid discussion, he was every bit as instrumental in the Nightmare Challenge. And I really thought we had a viable Nightmare Challenge tune until they fixed him. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Our love affair
I mean, I
with
think
Dick
he'll
is
still.
over.
I think he'll still work in Nightmare pretty well.
Yeah, he
I
may.
don't think he's too bad. He's not. I mean, he's not god tier anymore, but he's still very usable and super fun to use. So I won't stop using Nightwing just because they fixed him. They didn't nerf him. He's working the way he was supposed to.
Sure.
And I want him. I want to use him just like that. I think he's just right. He's not too good. He didn't get nerfed. He's working just fine, and I believe he'll still be useful in the Nightmare Challenge.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to
yeah.
ask. Did anything they change in him, because I haven't paid attention to the change, did anything they change make him less Nightmare Challenge viable?
I don't think so. I think as
I don't
long
think
as he
so.
ramps up, yeah.
Okay.
He stayed pretty much the same. The only thing that's happening is the invisibility and stuff drops off your teammates, so
Yeah.
you can attack the teammates now. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the only thing that changed. I mean, the character itself didn't change at all.
Update. Mercy attacked again and passed me, so I did not steal the second one, so I'm not the biggest twat in the world.
Very good. Very good. Anyways, let's move on. I want to talk about this for a little bit today because she has an event coming up, and I don't use her a lot, and I don't know if there's a lot of people that do. Jessica Cruz has an event coming up, and I just want to see to make sure I'm not telling a fib here on the air.
And you're just like me, and you want to know why.
Yeah, why? Like,
I think they're
That's
just
the $1,000,000 question.
I think they're just continuing the story that they started with Kilowog in her, so they just kept it going.
Yeah, but they forget the memo that the Lantern Month was last month.
Yeah.
Because I'm so done with lanterns.
I
We should
know.
have gotten something else.
They did.
I know.
It was a pretty long pause though between lanterns.
not long enough.
5 days ago. 5 days ago. It's early December, so what the fuck did they do?
Yeah, I don't know. Can I tell you what I don't understand about Jessica Cruz, and hear me out, and maybe I don't know the lore as much as I do, but I'd like to take some time and discuss this because I'm a bit of a dumbass when it comes to Jessica Cruz. Like I said, I don't use her, but it's my understanding that she's a Green Lantern who is afraid of things. Does that make any sense? I mean, really.
Where did you get that from? I didn't know that.
Really? She has like crippling fear. She has crippling anxiety.
I don't know. I'm not the lantern guy.
Well, I'm not a lantern guy either.
You're asking the wrong person.
We need the boy on here or something.
Yeah.
To school us
You're
on
the
that.
one who reads the books. You're the one who reads the books.
I've read some stuff about that. That's why she
I was
has.
talking about you.
So yeah, Retmus.
That's
What about
what I was
that?
saying. I've said I've read some stuff about that. That's why she can't form solid constructs like everybody else does, because she can't stay focused enough to
Right.
form viable ones. Well, most of hers are always energy blasts.
Right, but the
So
ring
how
shouldn't
did
have
she get the
chosen her.
ring?
Right.
Yeah.
The ring should never have chosen her.
Because of her future potential, maybe the ring sees things that we don't. I don't know. It's a comic book.
It doesn't have to make sense.
By the way,
Right.
It doesn't.
her fourth ability and passive is called Not Afraid.
Yeah,
So
but she is.
I don't know. It says 50% chance to purge 2 debuffs at the beginning of every turn and start with 65% shield. That doesn't seem like she's too afraid.
Well, if you need a shield, you're afraid. You're afraid of something.
I think Jessica Cruz is a babe.
Really?
Yeah. I like Spanish women. I'm married to a
okay.
Spanish woman.
I guess I never looked at it that way.
Okay, well, AB, if you read the bio, it says after she barely escaped a criminal gang that murdered her friends, she struggled with crippling guilt and fear because
Yeah.
she's the sole survivor. All our friends were killed, but she lived on. So that's probably what her fear thing is.
Sure. But I mean, at that point, the ring should never have chosen her. That's just what I'm saying. I maybe I'm wrong or I'm missing something along the way, but the lore just doesn't add up to me.
I just
But
think
that-
it was the Latin curves. I would have chosen her.
But doesn't the green have to do with willpower? So
Oh, it
she's having
does.
having the will to go on
Yeah,
and sort of struggle.
Put her against the Sinestro Corps. She
Right.
should survive just fine. How would you choose her to be a Green Lantern and face, their enemy if she's just, fearful?
Right. Well, see, if I was Jeff Johns, I would have done it like this. She would have been recruited into the Yellow Lantern because she is afraid. Sinestro would have been like, oh, guess what, bitch? You're afraid now. Here, have a yellow ring. And then she would have switched sides like Sinestro did. So it would be like a double face heel turn where she would be, oh, yeah, I see the light now. I'm not afraid. And she turns into a Green Lantern. That would be great. I would dig that.
Maybe that's where they're headed in the comics, and you just spoiled it.
Oh, well.
Thanks
I don't
a
think
lot.
I've. Yeah, I spoiled it.
Oh, spoiler alert. Jessica
Well-
Cruz is going to be a Yellow Lantern.
Well, if she was ever going to be a Yellow Lantern, she should already have been one. That's the point. I mean, she's been out for.
I don't think that's how Yellow Lanterns work. They project fear in you. You don't join him because you're fearful.
Sure.
So
I
you're
just
saying
looked it
it's
up.
the other way around.
Hey,
If she's
AB, I
a
just
wuss,
looked
he's
it
not
up.
gonna recruit her.
She becomes a Yellow Lantern.
Oh, does she?
Oh,
Yep.
spoiler alert.
Oh,
I
well.
just looked it up. It says why does Jessica Cruz become a Yellow Lantern, and then they explain it, and it has pictures of her being a Yellow Lantern.
Does she look
See?
good in yellow?
Yeah.
I was just
not
about to say
bad.
that.
Yeah,
I was asking for
actually she looks
Real. Yeah, is she a real babe?
yeah.
Hey, put it in the chat.
I will do.
Man, hook us up.
Now
So-
I gotta look it up.
Yeah, well, I guess there's your learning moment for the week. I didn't know any about that. I mean, I'm not the biggest Lantern guy in the world, and I'm even less a fan of Jessica Cruz for those very reasons. But
Du Bois and Zubaz are listening to this and just like
they're probably
cringing.
cussing me.
Yeah, they're like cursing at the podcast.
Damn it, AB! Ruined my day.
Good.
That's okay. They're big boys. They can take it. But let's go through this, and I know that we didn't really talk about this a lot, but Jessica Cruz, I know we asked the facetious question, why is she getting an event? But is she any good? I guess
She's
that's the
pretty
question
decent.
I really wanted to ask. You think so, Hatemael?
I mean, she's not like super great, but she's a very usable, serviceable character. It's a character you kind of forget about, but her basic is why you bring her, and it puts so many intellect downs that she's great against Spectre for that reason, because she's a green that can help make him a little less effective, and he's on every single team in the game. So
Right.
Do you think she gets the chance?
well, that's the problem. She's got to survive to get the chance. But assuming you get a turn, you can use her basic, cast twice on him. He's got like 85 intellect downs, and he's only going to purge a handful of them.
Because I follow your tier lists, and I still don't get why she's A tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably could be revisited. She might be a B character now.
I never got it. I'm being honest. I see Matfield there. You've got Kilowog. Those two I can get behind, but Jessica Cruz, I just can't get.
See, I don't understand the Medfill. I still don't understand why he's A tier to anyone, but
Well,
Yeah.
I've never
two down,
seen him.
one to go.
Because broccoli is healthy.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, nobody uses him. Everybody's like, oh, he's a character. Well, I've never seen him on a team.
Yeah.
I used
Ever.
to see them a lot when those Guardians of the Galaxy were around, that alliance, All of those guys had rebirth Matfields for some reason. They were obsessed with him. I don't know. They were the only guys I could see who were using him on PvP.
I mean, you're never
going
going to use
anymore.
you're never going to use him as a leader. There's no reason to use him outside of a leader.
No, not anymore.
No. Yeah, he needs to be revisited too.
See?
Sounds like
D
a
tier.
job for WROL.
I've been wanting to demote him for a while, so.
Right on. By the way, I do see that picture of Jessica Cruz Yellow Lantern, and I have to admit, she does look pretty good. I'm digging the yellow.
But she's not bad. She's a usable character. If you like the character,
She's gonna get a skin next month. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibes I'm getting.
That'll probably be it.
The Yellow
Probably.
Lantern of Jessica Cruz. That'd be great, actually.
Not
And I was
another
looking at-
character, another skin.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Get the memo, Steve.
Yeah, there you go, Steve. The memo was out there.
yeah, but I don't want a yellow lantern skin. I mean, if they're gonna do 3 skins, but I feel like we waste a skin on these lantern color changes.
Yeah.
On the black ones, yeah.
Yellow's gonna be the same thing though. I mean, it's just green to yellow. Whoop-de-doo-dah.
Yeah, could be better. I don't know.
But I guess this month I would have taken it, because if we're only gonna get one, you can go ahead and just do a palette swap.
So what are...
I mean, I'm just throwing the argument out there because I would rather get a skin than another version of a character like they did with Sinestro, for example.
Ding, dang. I mean,
Instead of his Black Lantern skin, I would like to see his Green Lantern skin.
Well, I don't know why we don't just have them. Well, I say we like I got a mouse in my pocket. But I don't know why they don't just strip everything down, give us one character, and then shift
You want to strip everything
the
down?
skins alongside the kits. So a skin isn't just a skin, it's a kit, right? And when you...
You're asking for too much.
You flip to the different skin and you get a different kit. Like there's like 10 different Batmans. 10 different skins, 10 different kits, one character. I'm tired of flipping all the way to the end of the scroll and scroll. It sucks. Like, I couldn't find my Jessica Cruz to look at it because I have every fucking character unlocked. First world problems, right? But
Filters.
yeah, even the filters.
I think they're going to do that skin kit thing, but they've just been working on Chapter 9.
Coming soon.
Yeah, no, it's coming soon.
You got the inside scoop on that, Hatemael? When is it coming?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
Yeah.
And I think I just broke the tier list.
Yeah, you got homework to
That's
do
it.
now.
I was trying to add those characters, and then I deleted a few, and then I accidentally deleted all the scores. M4 is not going to be happy with me.
Oh. Well, show him that video that I made. He'll be happy again.
You think
I-
he'll go back to back to back? on a siege?
I don't know. But if he
After seeing that
does,
video?
if he does, it'll be because the video
It
inspired
doesn't
him
get
to
much
do so.
more inspirational than that.
I know. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans. I'm giving this crap away for free. Jesus.
By the
Okay,
way, oh my God. Please.
You're
That
lucky you
needs to
didn't
be
win
public
Siege.
knowledge who signs up for that, please.
Biff, I have it on good authority that you're going to be the first one in line.
I can promise you. I haven't even watched the video, man. I can't even look at that. I can't unsee it. But
You have to see
I have one question for Hatemael when we talk about, do they share with us? We were talking about this yesterday on Discord. Is there ever any talk about this bullshit with having to kick alliance members out and reapply?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we had to do it 5 times this this raid. Like it's getting worse, and I don't know. Do they even know about it? Do they even talk about it? Because I don't see it being broadcast a lot.
Well, this has been going on in Owls for like over a year, at least. It seemed like we were the only alliance affected by it for a while, so we thought it was like, and we didn't know at the time. At the beginning when it first started happening, this might have been over a year ago. We would have people get locked out, and we didn't know that kicking a person would fix the problem.
Right.
So we would have WB do it, and then we ended up having to have their accounts deleted and then moved over to a new account. And it was a nightmare process. But it would only happen to like 1 or 2 people. Then it started happening more and more frequently, and we would just let them be broken because WB was like, okay, we're not fixing these people anymore. Basically, it was too much work. And so we would lose sometimes 4 or 5 people. We would have 4 or 5 people down for the rest of the raids. They would get their rewards in the mail, and then we would disband the alliance and form a new one because we thought that was what the fix was. So then, and keep in mind, we're constantly complaining to WB about this. Then later we realized we tried it one time. We were just like, well, let's just kick the person and see if it fixes the problem. And sure enough, it fixed it, and we learned that was the solution. Now, we've never had it happen to us, thankfully, that our alliance leader has never gotten the bug.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But and I haven't confirmed this yet, but somebody said that happened to Doombox, and I think Doombox is the leader of his alliance. So I don't know if he ever got fixed or what happened with that, because he never responded to me.
Well, that's interesting.
So we thought the leaders, because I don't know if any leader has ever had it happen to them. So
is it an error?
But can he step out of leadership?
Well, that's just it.
Well, you have to be able to log into the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see.
And nobody can kick the alliance leader, because it's a problem when it's an officers. Because when like a lot of times Bullseye would go to sleep, and then if any of the officers get a bug during that time, we can't be kicked. Until
Speaking
he wakes
of
up.
getting kicked, Retmus didn't pay his internet bill. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Jeez, if that happened to AB, what would Atlantis After Dark do?
Well, I was going to say
his
that.
3,000 alliance points over the last year and a half.
He's worked hard.
I worked hard to accumulate those 3,000 points, by the way. Really hard. But no, I was going to say, is that out of sync error, right? I do get that from time to time.
I don't think they know what's causing it, so I don't count on that getting fixed ever.
Yeah, I've been getting that nonstop, especially
We've had
in
it for
PvP.
years.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it has something to do with
we're talking about the raid one, where people can't get in the raid and you have to boot them out of the alliance and get them back in. I never thought it was a big issue because it was always the same people. It was always the same 2 people in our alliance, so I thought it was a problem on their end.
So we kicked them out for good, and then it was fixed.
No, it's funny when we first started the alliance, there was actually one of the 2 people that it happened to all the time was someone we were kind of on the outs with. So I was like, yeah, I'll have to boot you and reapply.
Please don't come back.
No, I just said reapply.
Right, reapply. Oh no, I keep hitting the delete button by mistake.
Now it's out of sync for me.
Yeah, my accept button's broken.
The accept button isn't working. Well, that's what I wondered too, because if you kick yourself out of the alliance, or if you get kicked out of the alliance, and you can't get back in, then what? I mean, good God.
We've always been able to get back in. The problem is the scoring system is so crappy for raids anyway. With that screen,
Yeah.
it just refreshes itself after 2 seconds.
Yes.
So when it happens mid raid, we lose track of how, and we're not very strict as far as keeping track of number of attacks, but you lose that. You lose, they're back down to 0. So there's a couple guys in our things right now that have 50 boss attacks. That makes it look like they did nothing.
Right.
But they did. They had 180 before that happened.
Remember when we had that glitch, Biff, where we had that low-level person that applied and we could not get him off of our boards?
Yeah.
It was like a major glitch. I mean, we tried everything.
By the way, Hatemael, do you guys have the same problem every raid we have now when we start off in like top 3, that all of a sudden we get all these invites, requests to join from level 44 players? I get them incessantly.
That's BF's alternate account.
Well, that's because you
I'm
have an
telling you
opening.
now.
We don't have. When we have an opening, we always have tons and tons and tons and tons of requests. But we usually put it on private until then.
Okay.
Right.
Until we.
Oh, maybe we can put it on private. We
Yeah,
only have
that's a
one
good idea.
opening, and we just leave it for flexibility.
Yeah, just put it on private, and then they can't find you.
Good idea. Not a bad idea. So I'll tell you what, we've had a lot of fun this hour, but I think it's time to wrap this thing up. I'm going to take it around for our last word. Redmus, take us to church, pal.
As usual, I just, thanks everybody for being here, having a good weekend with everybody. And what I want to just throw out there real quick, I don't know if you guys have this in your area, but we have, like, in our department stores, there's this tree, it's called, like, Adopt an Angel tree. And they have, like, all kids that are in need, that are low-income families, and they don't usually get that much for Christmas. And you can go and you can pull the little angel off of a tree, and it'll have, like, the contact information to whoever's doing the charity for them. And you can go and buy them, like, this person, like a girl's like, I would like some, a new dress, or I would like a little Barbie doll, something like that. And you purchase these items for them, and then you can drop them off at the locations and stuff. That's a really good thing to do, because there are a lot of children that wake up at Christmas time and they really don't get that much, and they're so appreciative. And sometimes you'll see some, it's just so sad because they're like, I just want mommy or daddy to be happy. You'll see stuff like that as their Christmas gift, and it kind of like melts your heart. So if you guys have anything like that anywhere and you can help during the holidays, please try and do it. I mean, it doesn't cost much money. You can go into, Walmart, Sam's, any of those type of stores, pick up a couple little things, that really won't even hurt your, your wallet. And you can make joy for children this year.
Well said. Well said. And thank you for that. And I agree 100%. There's nothing to it but to do it. Find a local charity, find a local drop box, and get with the program this year. Thank you, Redmus. Always enlightening to listen to you. And I'm going to let Biff follow that up. Biff, you're next, pal. Tell it like it is.
Oh, fucking A. As always. I gotta go after that. I'm here bitching about some out of sync error in some mobile game. Redmus has me in fucking tears.
Just tell him.
You agree with him.
Just tell him you'll leave those kids some job applications. There's a lot of jobs out there.
That's your
Buy their
thing,
own gift.
Mel.
No,
It's the
actually,
gift
my
that
wife,
keeps on
my
giving.
wife came to me the other day and something similar to that, Redmus, and she said that we could have a family over for dinner around the holidays and get them gifts, and that there's a program here in Connecticut around that we can see families that are struggling, and you just have them come over for just one evening. We
Oh,
put a
that's
couple
nice.
presents around the tree for them, and and I said, that's a great idea. And I
Yeah.
asked my wife if I had to be there. was like, yes. And I was like, oh, well, that kind of
Attendance is optional.
yeah, that ruined it for me. Can I just be down in the bar in the basement and you take it?
Well,
I'll pay for the gifts and the dinner.
I do hope you guys don't get killed.
Oh my god. Well,
We've just ruined it.
I know. Well, thank you, Biff. We appreciate you having me on today, and I hope you do well with your guests.
I will. We are doing it, by the way, just to let you know.
Right, okay. Awesome.
Good deal, buddy. I'm glad.
Way to go. Everybody's so much better of a human being than I am today, I'm telling you. Hatemael. Tell the people what they want to hear, buddy.
I just want to tell everyone, I hope you had a wonderful November raid, and be very thankful that in December we don't have to have one.
Yes, that is something to be thankful
I
for.
am
Yes.
thankful for that.
Nice Christmas gift.
Yes, and I'm sure I'll be on before Christmas, so we'll wish everyone
yeah.
Merry everything later.
Happy Merry Christmas Kwanzaa. Is that what it is? Happy Christmas Kwanzaa? Yeah. Thanks for being on today, pal. All right.
Thank you guys.
Witty, what do you have to say for yourself?
It's my turn to make someone happy for Christmas. Since Biff didn't get the request, here's me telling Wally, he wanted us to mention Stripe on the show. We didn't get to do it, so here's my promise. We'll do it next episode, okay?
Ding, dang.
Oh, and Zubaz says hi.
Zubaz.
Actually, for Wally's sake, there is something coming up for Stripe, isn't there?
A 6-day it was.
He's getting a 6-day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You can talk about him then.
Yeah, we have one Alliance member that's the only person in the whole DCL community that was happy when that was announced.
I was happy too. Don't be like
Oh no,
that.
I was fine with it because I was like, hey, it's a bonus 6-day. So
Hawkeye likes him.
Who can
I think
complain about
he
a
has
second?
him RB5, but he doesn't
No,
care
you just
about
made
the
him
6-day.
sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wally's working on RB5 Stripe. I believe he's RB 2 or 3, but he's working.
Yeah.
He's a pretty decent tune. I mean, he really is. His kit's still holding up.
No, I just made him a promise. Next episode, Redmus, don't spoil it. Okay?
I won't.
Right. Next episode.
Retmus is like, his passive is this.
Yeah. He's like, oh, no time like the present. Well, thank you, Witty, and we will keep that on tap for next episode.
Yeah.
And thank all of you for being with me today and being with the Double AD team. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Show us how much you want us by pounding that subscribe button with a sock pickle. And get on our website, AtlantisAfterDark.com. Buy some things. It's cool. It's fun. It's hip. For Retmus, Biff, Witty, and the man they call Hatemael, we'll see you all right here next time for another fantastic episode of Double AD. So long, everybody.
Gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful podcasters ever assembled. Super Male, Biff Man, Witty Amazon, Black Flash, Retmus, AB, dedicated to fun, entertainment, and quality podcasting everywhere. This is Atlantis After Dark.
Straight from Darkside's boom tube. Double AD.